Okay. Apologies for the downtime and having to take off on the last stream like that. Notice that the text just slightly screwed up at the top there. That's unfortunate. Where were we? Right, I was going to head down to the waterfall and deal with that. Get the whole water immunity thing. And as I'd said, I just ran back up to that save point and cut off there. Apologies for cutting it off like that, I didn't really have a choice. Let's see. Can't do that midair. Interesting. Doesn't look like you can do Dark Metamorphosis in midair, but I'd love to know how I accidentally cast that Spirit Summoning right as I landed. Oh well. It does happen. The thing I can think of is delayed input issues, but I've never had any problems like that with my 360 gamepad. By the looks of it, there might be a secret somewhere around here, but there isn't. Might be on the other side. Just looks suspicious to me. Wish I could remember where they all were, but there's no way I would. Not with how the map is in this game. I only remember a couple of the secrets, unfortunately. Tried to invite a friend of mine to join the stream on voice chat, but unfortunately he's busy, so I can do on that. Let's see. The water thing is straight down from here, so I guess I'll just go down this way. Now, I don't know if there's some way you can sequence break to get over there early, but you really shouldn't be able to. Straight down some more? Yep. Right, it's down here. Now, since we got that merman statue, he now shows up.
To meet your destiny.
Whatever the heck that statue is called. Monster Vial. Huh. Surprised I got one. Monster Vials are actually pretty rare. There's a couple different varieties of them. And all they do is serve as a summon when you use the item. Best one, if memory serves, is a Nova Skeleton. Anyone that's played this game knows how horrifying getting hit by those things can be. Damn it. That's why you don't want to fall off. Strange how the 8 just isn't there when he comes through. And after coming all the way through that, you get the holy symbol. Looks like a snorkel. Why a snorkel would be a holy symbol, I don't know, but now you can be submerged in water and not take damage. Quite helpful. I don't remember if there's actual water areas in this one, but there are water areas in some Castlevanias, and they can be a freaking nightmare. I suppose water levels in most games are a nightmare, now that I think about it. There's your water temple. I suppose anyone that's played Ocarina of Time knows about the water temple and its annoyance. I think that candle's actually a money candle, isn't it? Nope, just a heart. And we can get all the little bits we left underwater with impunity. Quite helpful that, as there are quite a few little things hidden underwater. Knuckle Duster, we already found one earlier, it's just a weaker version of the Jewel Knuckles. A little effect when getting hits, because they're hitting you with ice elemental damage. I don't know if there's anything special about it. It might delay your recovery from the hit, but that would be about it, to my knowledge. Excuse me. Now that we can go underwater completely free of the issue that we had earlier, I think this is just the one we already did. That's just the nunchucks one. You do jump way higher when you're underwater, but it's kind of annoying because you get that floatiness to it. It can often lead to you getting hit like that. Oh, for the love of... things. Block never hurts. Again, not the spell I was trying to cast. Always do that when I'm trying to cast Soul Steal. Forget it. Just wanted to refill my health. Oh, didn't even need to bother. Damn it. I don't remember exactly when you get that open, or get the ability to open that, I should say. But it'll be obvious when you open it, or get it. You get a message come up that says something has appeared, and blah 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 blah, whatever the heck this area is called. Now that I have double jump, I can make it over here. Oh, right, this is what does it. Something has appeared near the wooden bridge. Now, as that skeleton ape did, they'll throw a barrel if you lure them over to the bridge, and it will break it, allowing you to progress below it. Unfortunately, they only have one barrel, and if you come in from this angle, you can't really do anything about it. Or from this direction, I should say, not angle. What you need to do is get his attention and just lure him back. Stupid frog. Don't get too close, otherwise he'll chuck the barrel at you. Stand about here. Just wait. Slow thing. Okay. Get him to chuck the barrel at you. And it'll break the bridge. Get you both of those, and access to down here. Forbidden area, I think? Nope, abandoned mine. Forbidden areas after this. Not the room I was looking for. I know there's either a teleporter or a save point around here. There we go. Thinking about running either a Parasite Eve next or just finishing up Daggerfall because I'm tired of waiting for that friend of mine. I'm like pissing about. Ow. I don't think shields can't block his shots. Easiest way is hop up there. But as you can see, he can jump and will still tag you. Didn't even have time to get out of the way. Let me out. Do not be caught in that. But all in all, again, still not that hard of a boss. He is one of the more dangerous ones in Standard Castle. He's still not hard. That, we need the Demon Familiar to access. No. He's dying. Thank you. I think there's a secret in one of these. I don't remember which one or where. It might be in the inverted castle. And works there when I'm checking for a secret, but not when there's enemies around. Is this area? Somewhere. I think this... yeah. The shield, whenever you block a attack with it, restores 1 heart. It can make it kind of handy to have at times, if you use the sub-weapons a lot. These little guys, kind of annoying. Demon Familiar, I think it is. Yep, Demon Familiar. Much better than the fairy. Let's see, no. Demon card. As you can see, you can only have one familiar active. Fairy hit level 7, but good for it. Now comes the more useful one. He won't be very useful until he's leveled a bit. As you can see, instead of just floating around, he will go and attack enemies. The higher the level your demon familiar is at, the more attacks he has available and the more powerful they are. Might as well tag that, because I don't remember what this is. If it's another zone, I'll just head back. Oh, it's teleporter. That's what I thought it was, I just wasn't sure. Always good to catch those when you can. Let's see. Might as well head up and do the bit that this guy's useful for. I think these are resistant to Holy, and that's why I'm doing so little damage, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter. Just keep hitting them, because they get stunned so easily. And...
a switch. Why don't I press it and see?
as long as you have him summoned, he goes and opens that for you. I don't remember if there's multiple of those. Oh, this thing. Now, those little tendrils are one of the best subjects for Soul Steal. It's also really good for building up hearts. Because as you can see, all of the tendrils trigger Soul Steal hits. Kind of makes you get an absurd amount of health from those. As a warning, they do a lot of damage if they manage to hit you. Ring of Ares. This increases your offense but decreases your defense. Yeah. Give me a lot more offense, but my defense would get 0. Or reduced to 0. So I'd take way too much damage. Good if you're a better player, but for me... just kind of a risk. Right, that's the thing I didn't mention about Soul Steal on that. It only works if the tendrils are up all the way, so they count as solid objects. Stop. Now, where was I? Where you get this particular circlet that I want, but lets you absorb lightning. Quite important later on. This area? For one particular boss fight, you usually want that lightning absorbing circlet. Where the heck is the breakable piece? No. I know there's a breakable section in one of these areas. Which is how you get a circlet. Don't want to go down there yet. I just don't remember if it's in this dungeon or the first one. Combat knife. Like the Basilar that we got earlier, just a lot stronger. Fortunately, it has that second swing bit, which somewhat limits its usefulness, but it'll work until we get to a certain boss fight, where the Holy Rod will be coming back out. Or if I need range. Let's see. Save point. Now, this is pretty much the familiar I used for the entire game. Some people will prefer to use the sword familiar. I just don't care for it. Because by the time you can get it, this guy's already leveled up quite a bit. Bloodstone, our first actual accessory, improves blood healing ability. The only improvement it gives you is a benefit to your Dark Metamorphosis or abilities like that. Some weapons have it on it. It doubles it from 8 to 16 health. Fortunately, it's largely worthless in the area you get it in, because everything here is undead. As you can see, that second swing kind of reduces the usefulness of this thing. Limits it mostly to an aerial combat weapon. What I meant to do. Again, not what I meant to do. Stupid things. I really hate these things. Gremlins, or whatever the heck they're called. It's just the area denial that gets on my nerves. Yep. Slimes, you can't hurt them with physical attacks. You have to use an elemented weapon, so say the Holy Rod. You can still hurt them. I probably should be using it since everything here is weak to it. Yeah. Kill the Ark, they run away. I don't remember if they can even drop anything. So, yeah. Ooh. Need Bat Form and Echo of Bat for that area, or the Spike Breaker armor. But I think the Spike Breaker comes from that. Going in without, and you will die. Unless you know the area completely by memory. Damn things. Let's see, where didn't I go? Down below on this side. Yeah. This room, huh? Get a bunch of Monster Vial 3s, and some of them have blood skeletons in them. It's kind of a hint at the boss of this area. duck, and that attack is basically worthless. Hellfire Beasts aren't that dangerous. Always avoiding the brunt of their damage. A lot of attacks will have specific hit zones where if you come in contact with the enemy, they do far less damage than the attack will. So if you can't avoid it completely, that's an alternative. Those guys can drop a fire sword, I think. Alright, this is the other leaping thing that I remembered. Get him to move forward a little, if he will. I don't think he's going to, though. And you can just do that. Remember if it gets you anything useful, though. Ah, Ice Brand. I think it has more power than this. Yep. First, the Elemental Swords. You see that little after effect, and as a charge up if you do the Hadoken combo from Street Fighter. Let's see, that is Ballroom Mask. Can I reach the upper one? Yep. And a Heart Mask up. No, Heart Mask up. Heart Max up. Ballroom Mask would give me a little more defense, but my intelligence would nosedive. Let's see. Okay, continuing on. Ow. As you can see, the charge attack does a lot more damage, but it is a good deal slower. And yes, sitting on his foot makes this guy harmless. Kinda silly, but it does. And since I have an ice elemented weapon, well, these guys aren't weak to ice. Or they're weak to ice and holy. Sure. Not what I meant to do, but whatever. I didn't even mean to cast a spell. Why did I do that? No. No, I didn't hit up. That room, I don't know. I think there's something there in the inverted area, but not in the normal one. Whatever. Safe one right here anyways. And that gets you the walk armor. Its defense will increase based off how much of the map you have explored. For example, if it says it, I don't remember if it does. Don't think it says it anywhere. No, doesn't say it outside of it. At least not on the emulator. Might in the normal version. But as the description goes, the more you run around, exploring the map, the more you will, or more defense that armor will have. It can become, quote-unquote, the strongest armor in the game, but has no special resistances or anything like that. Need my Holy Rod. Yeah. A staple of Castlevania games. Not what I meant to do, but whatever. off how effective Soul Steal can be during this. And that can clear out a lot of those, even with just that spell. Usually the way I fight this guy is just spamming Soul Steal. Because it will wipe out all the minions and hit every piece of it that's on your screen. As you can see. And pretty much fully heal you. Don't get hit by the laser. Just FYI, it's a bad idea. Now, the core, when it's exposed, takes double damage from Holy, I think it is. I know it's weak to it, but I don't know the exact multiplier. Makes this fight a lot easier when you use this thing. It's kind of funny that how easy it is to get the Holy Rod, and that it's so useful in so many of the boss fights, or at least in the standard castle. Because there aren't many Holy Elemented weapons today. Yes, now that we've dealt with him, we get what's in here. If it's another area or what, but we now have access to it, so continuing on. Legion has been in pretty much every single Castlevania game that I've played. I don't remember what all games he's in, but yeah. And Ormagil, basically the unholy sword that you can use. It's not bad. Strong versus holy and has a pretty high attack power. Same as the Ice Brand. Problem is, one of the bosses you don't want to hit with an unholy weapon. A lot of bosses are pretty much immune to it. Some are oddly weak to it, but there's a reason for it. It'll make sense when you get to the boss. You collect it. These platforms show up, allowing you to get out of the area. Is there anything else down here? Huh. Would I go over to that other area over there? No, that's where the spike breaker is. The spike breaker is actually important, so I will need to go back for it, but for now, it's time to get out of here. Let's heal again. They can drop something called the Jewel Saber, Jewel Sword, something like that. And that can provide you with an infinite supply of money very easily. But it's weak other than that. So it's not really worth hunting for, in my opinion. It's just die. Just one of those were a hint at the boss. Must be thinking of the inverted castle again. Mix up a lot of stuff with that. Things. Well, if nothing else, they're good for maxing out your art supply. bastard. Ran off and I couldn't kill him. Oh well. Might as well save. Didn't save after killing Legion. Where do I have to go next? I don't... No, there wasn't a secret over here, was there? No, that's where the, blood healing thing was. Next up, since we did this area... So I need to start collecting all the stuff you can use double jump to get to, which means up to the teleporter, and then to the cathedral again. Hopefully I can finish up the standard castle tonight. Shouldn't take too much longer. Oops. Alright, I was intending to use the combat knife instead of this, just for the speed. So you can see, as long as you use it in the air, it's really effective. Just on the ground, you have that stupid swing afterwards that really slows you down. The swing also does a little bit less damage, which kind of sucks. Yeah. Why did I pause? No particular reason I'm leaving that area off, but just... Actually, I should hit that next. My bad. It'll take a while to get to the cathedral, and doing that upper area, as you can see, connects to it. I hate when I do stuff like that. Should be it. Yeah. I think this is another Holy Rod area, but stick to the combat knife for now, just because it's quicker. Anytime I can do stuff like that is kind of helpful. It's also longer than a Bastard, if memory serves. I think it's about the same length as a standard sword. This should go up here, because, yeah. Save point. As I said, I know I save often, and I just don't want to lose progress. Due to, say, an emulator error, or my system freaking out. Now, there is a reason you want double jump before coming here. Welcome to the Clock Tower, another zone that's in a lot of Castlevania games. No, can't do anything up there. But, as you can see, platforms break. Doesn't seem like a big deal yet. This is where the problem starts. That one, not really. As you can see, you can just double jump up if you miss. No. Trying to use that. He's getting to be too low. Freaking demon. Trying to use the skull to reach the stuff up here. Damn. Just a little too soon. The problem is, without double jump, you can't make that, as that platform will fall. Right, petrified. Now, the blue Medusa heads cannot petrify you, the gold ones will, and petrify is incredibly dangerous in this game. get petrified, you take a extreme amount of damage if anything hits you. The normal way you're supposed to get that shield is by jumping off there. But that's the way I like to get them. The shield should be higher defense than what we've got. No, it's not. The ice mail, pretty simple. Strong versus ice-based attacks, and a basic sword. It's the only way to get the shaman shield, I think. There we go. As you can see, it falls. A lot of those platforms are hard to make without the double jump, or impossible to make without it, so kind of helpful to have it. You also can't really climb in here without it. So yeah. There's a trick to those gears. Not make this sound. There it goes. Oh, you stupid familiar. It'll make a click after you've hit it enough times. You need to do that to every single gear in here that looks like this. Okay, now I need to get away from it before the devil hits it again. Now, the reason you're opening those is it opens a little secondary area. As you can see, spikes are quite painful. It opens that gate right there, when you have all four of the gears aligned. Now, the Medusa heads in here can be annoying, but they're also a good source of health with Dark Metamorphosis. And now that all four of those are lined up, as you can see, the gate's open, and we can go in here. Steel Helm, Gold Plate, Star Flail. Star Flail's not bad. Steel Helmet would give me more defense, but again, I'd lose a heck of a lot of intelligence. And the Gold Plate, it's just a decently strong piece of armor. As you can see, it has a weird little special attack, just like the Holy Rod. But I'm going to stick with the Combat Knife, because of how powerful it is when jumping. Which you have to attack during a lot of your jumps in here. Kinda why I wanted to use it. I don't know which Castlevania game the Harpies are incredibly dangerous in, but in this one they're more of a nuisance. And right over here, breakable wall, which leads to this little area, which more of our friends, the flea armors. Freaking. No, you can sit there. Don't care. This guy, I think he can drop a Flamberge, which can be pretty handy if you get it early. I don't really care though. Heart max up, life max up. The only reasons I came in here. As I said, I'm going to try not to farm, but certain things I will hunt for. Like the blood-drinking sword that I want. I'll be getting it before I head to the inverted castle. Speaking of which, this is the room you get it in. From these guys, the Vandal swords. It's a rare drop, so I may farm it off-stream. But, each one of those guys you kill drops a ghost. notes, all those ghosts have a small chance of dropping the sword I want. The statues are pointing for a reason. They're leading you away from secrets. Like the healing mail. It's nothing special defense-wise, but, as the description says, you're walking around while wearing it, you heal slowly. Can come in handy. Holy mail back on. It's not that great, but it's just a little useful source of health. I would really prefer to get this sword here, which may level me up a bit too much. Levels in this game don't really do a whole lot, so it's not going to really make things too easy for me. What I usually do when I'm farming it, if I'm trying to do it early like I am now, is I'll just go along the bottom and kill them over and over. Come on, guys. Yes, it can take a while. That's why I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this on stream or not. Holy sword. Places our holy rod, but it's not the sword I want. Didn't actually know they could drop that. Cross hit is the is that. I don't remember if these guys are weak to holy or not. We'll find out shortly. And if they aren't, I'll just go back to using the combat knife. Standard form isn't. Nor is that. Okay, back to the combat knife then. Combat knife's pretty solid in the standard castle. Range becomes kind of an issue in the inverted one, though. Sorry that this is kind of boring, but yeah. I like that weapon because it has a unique mechanic to it. Several, technically. Come on, guys. Drop the thing I'm looking for. It's much easier to get this weapon in the inverted castle off of the other enemy that can drop it. But it's quite far into the inverted castle, I think. I don't remember exactly. So, I'm trying to get it here. It will then become the main weapon of the entire playthrough. Much preferred over the Crisgrim, even though Crisgrim's a lot better in terms of sheer damage output. Though that sword's kind of hard to match. For good reason. I'll hunt one down just so I can show it off on stream, but I don't intend to use it. Come on. Drop the damn thing already, so I can stop doing this. Wasting time. I suppose the levels don't hurt since they'll give me more luck. Which increases your drop chance and your crit rate. Kind of a handy statistic to have a lot of. Why I like luck mode, or thief mode, or whatever that gets called. which you unlock after you beat the game. It requires a special name input. You start out with massively reduced other stats, but your luck starts at 99. Really helps for hunting down certain items. Alright, because I haven't beaten the game, other items are not available. I forgot about that as well. The best accessory in the game is not available until you've done a run in its entirety. I'll try and show it off. Might do 2 playthroughs of the game. This one with the farming, etc., and the other one in luck mode, just so I can show off the other stuff that opens up. Subsequent playthroughs. Come on. Drop my sword. Apologies for this taking so long, it's kind of a rare drop. Might be faster if I just kill the first 2 and back out, but... What luck do I have that this is taking so long? 24, technically. Not exactly a lot. Level 1847. If nothing else, this is leveling my Devil Familiar, which will help. Should let him attack, see if he has any of his new abilities unlocked yet. Come on. So he doesn't feel like attacking. Level is he, anyways? He is level 10. Could take a while. I don't think he gets his first new attack until something like 15. Damn it, drop the sword. I'd like to move on, game. Yes, they do indeed drop the weapon. No, because I farmed it off them multiple times. Cutlass. Definitely don't need a cutlass. This is why I didn't want to hunt for rare drops on stream. It just is kind of boring. I guess in the annotations on the YouTube video, I'll have to put a skip the farming. Which means I have to watch the video. Huzzah! I normally do anyway for quality control. Definitely gonna inflate the playtime. Holy sword, not what I'm looking for, you guys. Come on, game. Give me the weapon I'm looking for. A bland commentary for farming. Strange that damage numbers aren't always popping up. Probably an emulator glitch. Or a few. Not much I can really do about it. I'm familiar doing level 12. Yeah, he is leveling a little. I doubt he'll gain too many more before we're done. This takes ages. So it kind of is taking. Could be worse. Could be trying to farm the Goo King sword. Screw doing that. Breath of Fire's Goo King sword can rot. Anyone that's played the game and has tried to get that thing will understand why. Breath of Fire 3 might be another fun game to do. Because I haven't played that in a long time. Heck, even when I did play it, I didn't know it very well. Kind of prefer to do Parasite Eve first, though. Shorter game, Breath of Fire games tend to be kind of long. But they are pretty solid. I will say that much. Well, at least until you get to Dragon Quarter. That, yeah. There's no real explaining what they were thinking with that game. Kind of killed the series. I don't remember if it was the last one they made or not, but just kind of disappeared after that and fell off the radar. Other projects that I do on stream. Can't do the Duke Nukem games because of, yeah, Duke 3D would kinda get me in trouble. Twitch regulations and all that. Would be fun to do, but that one would have to be YouTube only. Even then, I'm terrible at it because I haven't played it in years and years. I don't play first-person shooters all that often, actually, now that I think about it. The one I really played was Borderlands. And, good lord, did I play a lot of that. Kinda still wish the pre-sequel had not been made. Come on. Drop this thing already. Kinda running out of random topics to ramble about. bad the drop chance was on this. Last time I did this, I might have done it on luck mode. Wouldn't surprise me if that was the last time I farmed this thing up from these guys. I can look up the drop chance. See how bad it is. Might be a good idea. Though even from the other enemies, it's a real low drop chance. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up real quick. Unpause, at least the music keeps going. Doesn't say the drop chance. Just a really bad drop rate. That's all I know. It is the rare drop, so could take a while to get, obviously. There are items that'll boost your drop chance on the rare item, but they're in the inverted castle, so getting them is a no-go at the moment. After I get this, do I have any other farming to do in the game? Other than strengthening it? I don't think so. Basically nothing else in the game I'll have to farm up after this. Because I haven't gone to New Game Plus. Second playthrough, I should say. It's not really New Game Plus. I can't farm up the special accessory that you can get in the inverted castle. If it is the inverted castle, I don't remember if it's that or just the area in here I haven't been to yet. Basically, the mechanics of the weapon are, it starts off weakening your attack, if memory serves, But for every X odd amount of blood you absorb, 1 per 1 points basically, it gets stronger. Blood absorption only counts when it's equipped, but yeah. And you always have the Dark Metamorphosis effect active as long as the sword is equipped. So it's quite easy to build it up via the throwing daggers on certain enemies. You just have to massively decrease your offense with them, which is your intelligence. That's the reason I was keeping my intelligence high. There. Intelligence increases your sub-weapon damage and the MP regen rate, and that's right. Not just the MP regen rate. The attacks also change on the weapon at certain points. I don't remember if it's once or twice that it changes. Once the attack is high enough, it gets a new attack. Yeah, its attack gets modified somewhat. For example, the first level, I think it can sometimes fail to swing. It fails to swing if you try and do the roll special. Whichever. The second level, it gains a special attack. And the third form, this is just memory, if I'm wrong on it, I apologize. But the third form of the attack, it gets a kind of blade storm effect around the tip of the sword on swinging. I can't see where this happens in terms of the number of attack, the level of attack power it has, but it comes in quite handy to have. It also lowers your defense as long as you have this sword equipped. Which sucks, but at the same time, it's tolerable for how much power it gives you. Had to have some kind of downside. The amount of defense you lose is nothing special. Chrysogrim still trumps it in damage output because of how it behaves, but yeah. It's the only sword in the game that can reach 255 attack power. Only weapon in the game, I should say, not just sword, since you can use other stuff. There's also a bug with it where you can transfer the power of the sword from one save file to the other, but I don't remember how to do it. Say, for example, you have it built up to 115 attack in one file. You start a new game and you want to keep that level. You can through that glitch. Requires a bunch of shenanigans that I don't think you can do on an emulator, though. If I should use a secondary program to show off the cut familiars. I think I will. Cut familiars were the Nose Devil and a second fairy. Basically just reskins. I don't know why they were even originally in the game. They might have been the original appearances, though. It's hard to tell. They're still in the game files, and you can unlock them via Game Sharks, etc. Drop my sword for the love of God. I wanted to do this because this game would be a somewhat quick game to stream. In the fallouts and recover from it. No. These guys have to be a pain in the butt about dropping what I need for my run. Let's see how my familiar's doing. Well, he went up to 17. I didn't think he'd get that high. Doing this. I definitely have access to his new attack now. If he would attack. Why he's being so stubborn about actually attacking anything. Yeah, it's definitely quicker to just go to the other side. Take my health back, thank you. Still the best way in the game to heal. Eh? I got one? Weird. Why did I go this way again? I know I'm not doing this in the most efficient manner. I don't care. Most efficient manner would be to farm somewhere else. Doing that. I don't care about farming it somewhere else. I want it this early in the game. Please drop. No, not another holy sword. It's not what I need, game. At this rate, I'm gonna have 9 holy swords before I get the damn thing. Stupid drop rate. Really wish I was in thief mode. I suppose I wouldn't be one-shotting them, though. Or with, what, 2 strength in thief mode, something like that? Means your strength increases far slower, because the amount you get on your stats is based off the current amount you have when you level up. So say, since I have 23 strength, I'll get 1 pretty much every level from now on. At least in my memory. Yay, farming. Drop my sword, please. So I can stop doing this and move on. It's going to be really boring on the freaking YouTube video for anyone watching. Oh, not that type of sword. Well, at least if nothing else, I have nothing to do for the rest of the night, so I can just do like a 3-4 hour stream, knock out getting this thing, keep everything moving forward. It doesn't take 4 hours to farm, as that would drive me up the wall. I'd probably climb the wall doing that. Come on, game. Welcome to hunting for rare drops in this. Quite irritating without the stuff that boosts it. Come on. I suppose it could always be worse. Again, I mentioned the Goo King sword. What other items were there that were horrible to farm in games? The, let's see, Ribbon, I think, in one of the earlier Final Fantasies was a horrible, horrible thing to farm. Rainbow Flans or something like that. And just pink Flans, there we go. Not rainbow. Trying to get the pink tail was just a nightmare. Ugh. Why do rare drops in games always have to be so bad? At least in Castlevania, your luck stat will improve the drop chance, but... Ugh. Drop already. Move out of here. Here for, I think, half an hour. Ish. Might end up with me just going dead silent because I run out of things to talk about. Hope not. Kinda mean I'm failing as at least trying to be a streamer. Come on, guys. Drop the Mermos already. Probably closing in on level 20 at the rate he was leveling. Me, I'm getting 1 experience from each of these, so definitely not going to help my level. I suppose at least I haven't resorted to cheating yet. Or will I? Really gotta decide what to run next, though. A friend of mine wants me to do... What the heck? I wouldn't have got unhighlighted. Unselected. As I was saying, a friend of mine wants me to run Fallout 3, which I've actually never played before, so it would be blind. But I just don't know if I want to. Partially because the durability system is supposed to be horrible. It's the same friend of mine that was supposed to stream Daggerfall and still hasn't. And yeah. Guy needs to get to work. in silence. Oh, it's supposed to sit there. I need this thing to drop already. It's a good thing I don't have many viewers. Not many people are going to be bored by me doing this. Yay. Cutlass is basically worthless. Completely running dry on ideas of things to talk about, so yeah, it's kind of a bad sign. Since we'll go with YouTube. You are watching this. Let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like me to do a run on. It should be kind of fun to let people help me pick random games to run through. Though there are kind of restrictions on stuff I'll do. Certain game types just do not interest me. Yeah. Or I don't have the necessary computer to stream them. For example, Fallout 4 can't handle streaming it. You can play it, but... Come on, man. Give up already. I know you can be stubborn about rare drops, but... The sword just kind of faded to nothingness because I didn't pick it up. So much time wasted. Trying to get a single freaking item. Please keep tide me over music. It's taking way too long. Definitely gonna have to put an annotation that says when to skip to on YouTube, but if you're willing to put up with watching this, props to you. What other weapons in this have hidden mechanics? It's the Heaven Sword, one of the thrown weapons. If you get two of them and use them at the exact same time, it'll do a unique attack. Let's see. I don't remember any others with weird mechanics. Though I know there's going to be a few. spam. Good. Good to know. Makes this weapon a little less crap on the ground. Still better in the air, but... completely just kind of melting mentally. What to talk about anymore? Ah. Yeah, I think after this I'm gonna finish up the Daggerfall run. Mixed in with something else occasionally. But it's bugging me that my friend's being so slow about getting his thing going. Should have done this off stream. It's too late now after I've already invested all this time. Might as well finish it on stream, but Christ. Definitely not farming on stream. A fun game might be the Arts and Elico series. Never actually beat those or got too far in the first one. They are entertaining, but the whole battle system's a little screwy. There we go. Finally. Got the Muramasa. As you notice, the attack is quite low to start, but as long as you have it equipped, you have the Dark Metamorphosis effect. Yeah. Thank God, I can move on. Now, I will be using this for the rest of the playthrough, pretty much, except for situations which require a specific weapon. Like, say, for example, one of the boss fights you want to use a holy weapon in. Because it makes it far easier to not screw up the fight. Yeah. About 45 minutes to an hour-ish just to farm up this damn weapon. Point in using it right now, but it's because the damage is so low. Yeah, that guy's kind of a joke. did my familiar get to, anyways? 24. I leveled him up a lot. As you can see, we're just above the area we were in earlier. Hop on here. Up we go. Now you might recognize that carpet. Thank God, save point. I'm so glad that's done and over with. Would have been a lot easier on luck mode. For the moment, I'm just gonna go over here, grab that, even though it sucks compared to what I just got. But you might recognize this carpet and this area from the very, very beginning of the game, where Richter started. I can't do much here yet because you have to be able to fly pretty much to get up there. But that's what I mean by it connecting to the cathedral. Just kind of hop down after finishing off that section. Wait, enemies that bleed around here, so I can get this out. Let's see, gotta go this way. As you can see, it's quite crap with low attack power. It'll get better. It'll get a lot better. Feed me. Bastards. Blood had to go away from me, didn't it? Now, there is a trick to very quickly level up this sword, but you can't do it until the inverted castle, just because of the room it requires. There we go. To 21? Yep. One blood absorption. It's already gone up in strength. Next one, I think, is 2, then 3, and it just rapidly goes up from there. I don't remember the exact mechanic. It's based off its current attack power and how much it requires. Let's see, we're up to 22 now. As you can see, it makes it real easy to keep your health up around any enemies that bleed. It's kinda nice. Freaking crows. Come here, you. I think it has an element too, which would explain why I'm doing so little damage. But I don't remember exactly everything about it. Just that it eventually becomes very, very useful. That, and let's see. This is the blocked off section. Now, come on. That's why it's useful to use that on it. As you saw how much health I got that cluster of soul steel ticks. Come on, game. Me. Should be saying, come on, brain. Ugh. Probably gonna be mentally fried for a little while after that. Nothing really all that impressive up here, I don't think, at least. Double jump trick does work quite a bit to your favor in this area, just to get these little items. Bank of life. What does that do, actually? Improves healing item power. Potions, etc. Shurikens, just another throwing item. Stick pendant. Ow. Is the one I think it is? Yeah, increases MP regen rate. Can be real helpful if you use the spells a lot, like I can't do. But since I struggle to use the right spell, it's kind of pointless. Let's see, next stop, I guess, is in the center. So, continuing onward. Unfortunately, this sword's going to be kind of a burden until I can build it up. But there's the fun in having a super overpowered weapon right from the start, huh? At least this one requires work to become really, really strong. Resogram, you just find it and then you've broken the game. I am not kidding about that. Yeah, you need flight to get up there. As I had said, there is a familiar up there. At least a relic. I think it's a familiar. You there. Lead for me. Missed both twins. Might as well save. Get my health back. Because this thing is making me more frail. It's only a drop in 5 defense, but it also takes my shield away, so I lose, I think, about 8 or 9. Which means I take however much of that more damage from every single attack that hits me. Those guys can be kind of useful for early leveling with the Muramasa. But I just can't really be bothered. I want something a little more durable. Require getting into the section... Where is that part of the game? Yeah. I think it connects to the library where that gate was, but I don't remember for certain. It's a arena type area. Pretty much one of the best areas in the non-inverted castle to level up the Muramasa. So nice to have different music going. Now, you remember that central room I first showed up in the clock tower. Probably gonna have to switch my sub-weapon soon, just so I can access that secondary section. But during certain times, this is open. Need double jump to get up here. Just for getting in, you get a life max up, and for continuing on, you get access to Orlox's quarters. Olrox, not Orlox. Yeah. Some failed reading ability right there. Is this the area with the sword familiar somewhere in here? It's hard to remember exactly where it is. There's a reason I'm not activating that. Oh. Ah, forget it. As you can see, it's quite a bit different from the previous one. Instead of just being surrounded by blades, it's now surrounded by assorted weapons. The problem with these things is if you kill all the weapons surrounding it, they run away. You get practically no experience. I remember this secret existed, but what is down here? That I do not remember. Cheese, an onyx, and the broadsword. Whoop-a-dee-doo. Now, in the ceiling somewhere in this zone, there is a breakable section. No, not what I'm trying to do. That leads to the sword familiar. I just don't know where. It's one of the secrets that I always forget where it is. Good to know there's a clock here. Keep my dagger for now. Because there will be an actual boss up here. The dagger is kind of my boss killer now, since my actual weapon is quite weak at the moment. This is where you go to level up the Muramasa. The Colosseum. I don't remember if it's the inverted version that you have to go to level it, but I think it is now that I looked at it. That, quite a helpful relic. Kinda necessary. Looks like it's the inverted area for the Muramasa leveling. I'm actually gonna unequip it just because of how weak the damn thing is. Let's see, combat knife. Herald shield. I'd prefer to use it, but when it's non-bleeding enemies, it's a burden at the moment. Love the music down here. Probably one of my favorite tracks in the game. Found that earlier. That sub-weapon's a little weird. Don't really care for it. Again, I don't care for many others than the dagger. You hit them with a little dart and then they get struck by lightning. Can do quite a bit of damage to enemies that are weak to thunder, but other than that, kinda sucks. Yes, these guys are back. Screw that guy. Mind you, that one respawns, unlike the last one. Ow. Ow. I gotta stop doing that. That's one of those. problem. Throw enough knives at it. Now, as you can see, you can only have 3 knives out at a time, but as long as it's not an enemy they bounce off of like that, you can just spam away. Makes them incredibly potent to use. And yes, there are multiple save points down here. Let's see, did I skip any sections? The middle of that top floor. Guess I should go do that. Is that just a... No, let's skip this out. Oh, right, that's where the elevator needs to go. And you have to unlock that. Let's see. Thanks. So glad farming that sword is done and over with. Yeah, that leads to that central section. That's that shortcut. Let's save point, so I guess I'll go hit that central section. Don't remember if this is the boss or if it's another area. We'll find out. Boss. Okay.
Who are you? Open hell's gate. Come forth, my servants. The scent of your blood. You're a Belmont.
Yeah.
Crush this flea who invades my castle.
Richter seems a bit off. Now, unfortunately, these guys don't bleed in the boss fight, but there are non-boss variations of them that do bleed. They are what you want to use for early leveling of the Muramasa,
That was a Belmont.
the inverted
So
castle.
he says he's the lord of this castle.
Combat knife kinda cheesed the fight pretty badly. As it is, kinda sorta tends to do in the non-inverted castle. But for beating them, you get access to this. Oops. Which lets the elevator go up higher. And get you the mist form. Wrong form button. Gotta remember which button is mist. Mist lets you pass through gates, and you're also invulnerable as long as you're in mist form. However, early on, you cannot maintain it. Probably for balance reasons. This thing. If you have a clear data, that gold skeleton can drop the pretty much most powerful accessory in the game. But only if you have a cleared save file. Is the room I think it is? Yeah. This one has pretty much every sub-weapon, other than the daggers, I think. No, it has the daggers. It's the clock it doesn't have. And the lightning gun. But you can easily change your sub-weapon in here if you're looking for a particular one. Friend rust. God. No, you could stand on his head. Let's see, what else do I need to explore down here? New cape? I don't think this one's any better, though. No. But it has a combination with the Muramasa farming that is quite handy. Every time you get damaged, you get hearts equal to the damage. Doesn't sound useful, but remember that the Muramasa heals you as long as you collect blood. Now, there's a room in the inverted castle with enemies that bleed that infinitely respawn in that room, so you don't have have to leave it. Thanks. And basically, you leech health using throwing daggers, then just get hit with the cloak on and get all your hearts back. You have to have low defense to do it properly. Otherwise, you won't get enough hearts back. That's no big deal, you can just unequip your armor. Stop jumping around. Use an opportunity, I suppose, to get some leveling done on my Marinasa, but whatever. Saw one of them earlier, just ignored him. As you can see, kill their owl, they weep, and then they'll get pissed off if they survive. This room. I'm gonna go hit the save point before I do anything with that room. Kind of a dangerous one, at least at my point in the game. Since I use a short weapon, yada yada. It'd be real easy to go through that one if you just use a clock, trigger it, and then just basically waltz through and kill everything while they're frozen. But where's the fun in that? As you can see, those gunners do a lot of freaking damage. But for clearing it, you get the shield rod, which is an interesting weapon. This is the other one with hidden mechanics. Depending on what shield you have equipped, it'll cast a different spell if you use them at the same time. This one gives protection from fire and thunder. Now, there are far better shields to do that with. Let's see, what's the shaman one do? I think that one gives you an intelligence bonus. Don't remember for certain. Yep, intelligence up. Which can be real good for using sub-weapons, but I think these guys will still just... Oh no, I can actually hurt them pretty well with my daggers now. That's an interesting way to do things. Could make for a hell of a boss killer, just trigger this and then stomp them with the throwing daggers. How much intelligence does it give me? A lot! 30 freaking intelligence. Jeez. I think it's only 25 because my circlet's adding something like that, but... Oh boy. That will be incredibly powerful to just spam away. Let's see, where else do I need to go? Oh jeez. I need to go finish Orlox's chamber. Means I have to leave this music. I don't want to. I like this music. Don't need the shield rod for now. I generally just don't use it much. It's a good weapon with a particular shield. Anyone that's played the game will probably know what I mean. But if you use it with the shield you started the game with, it gives you a pretty ridiculous effect. Go away. I think there's a secret in here somewhere, too. This room, I mean. On this section. As I had said, that spell is one of my favorite ways of finding secrets, because it just hits the entire screen. It's just easier to pull off. Just a worthless sword, as far as I'm concerned. Back to the Orlox's chamber, out of the awesome music, and get to the next section. I kinda skipped. Screw you, buddy, you can sit there. No, there's no secret. In this portion of the room. Oh, good. He did get access to his other attacks. As you can see, he gets much more powerful abilities that he'll use occasionally as you level him up. This is not this one with the hidden bit in it. Whatever. I already pretty much searched the room. Not up there. As you can see, can't quite get up there yet. You need the rock boots or bat transformation. And teleporter. Okay, so I can't finish up Orlox's chamber. What is left that I can still access? I think I can hit that bottom section now that I have the mist form, but I don't know for certain. I can access the rest of the clock on the other side, hit that room, I guess. Remember I mentioned the clock sub-weapon has a special effect in that room? That'll be coming into play shortly. Please just die. I will try and get the sword familiar once I remember exactly where it is. But again, I won't be using it because I just don't care for it. It does have a special spell that it allows that makes so you can glitch your map percentage really, really high. However, just kind of annoying. Okay, now the clock, I think the closest one is over this way. Bleeding enemies. What that means. Even if they are flea men, that's kind of hard to actually get blood from. Where's the clock? There's one somewhere around here. Could have sworn there was a clock around here. Smart potion. This is just a stupid relic. What the heck is that clock? Clock? Where are you? Okay, it's not down here, I don't think. But I did kind of skip this place earlier. I might as well mark it out, or map it out. Yeah. The only reason I didn't do anything with it earlier in the game is A, because there are two reasons, I suppose. Enemies are kind of dangerous, except for these things. And because it's just a way back. Ghosts are another good enemy to farm for money. infinitely respawn, and they can drop pretty often if you have high luck, but... Does not match my image of Cthulhu. No, not the holy water. And for a clock. And as you can see, it just takes you back down here. I know we came across a clock going through the standard way to get up there, so... I guess that's what I'll have to do. This route, and find the stupid clock that's in here. Because I always forget where the damn things are. Monster Vial. Interesting to actually be getting those. Rarely ever get those things as drops. Check down there. Save point. Don't need a save point right now. Not over here. Where are you, clock? Then I'll eventually have to go find my daggers again. That's just a save point. Lock, where the heck are you hiding? Axes, don't care. Axes have always been the same in every single Castlevania game. They arc. Move on with your day. Donation to my weapon fund. Where the heck is the clock? Unfortunately, you can't just drain the stuff they spray everywhere. Definitely not the clock. I never went below. It's down here. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't go down here before. The hand. This is what I mean by it being worthless. That's all it does. Just kind of a why the hell does this exist? It's the route I need to go to get in there. Is the clock up here? Be the clock? No. Oh, right, because I heal from poison. Due to that circlet. As you can see, those guys are kind of harmless. Water. That's what the holy water does. It's not that great, but it does a lot of damage. Because it ticks really rapidly. I'll just leave my daggers behind until I can find the stupid clock. There wasn't one over here. Weird. I could have sworn there was. There's my replacement dagger, so I don't need to keep the holy water then. Maybe the clock's on the other end of it. Bouncing shards. I don't know what they're called. Rebound stone, I think. They're kind of helpful. You can have two going at once. Good on bosses that are in square rooms. Again, I still much prefer the daggers. There's the clock. Okay. Clock, as you can see, stops time. It is expensive to use, so it's kind of hard to abuse on things unless you have a lot of hearts. I don't care for it all that much just because it eats through so many hearts to use it, but I can understand why it does. It'd be way too powerful if it didn't. Still don't have the secrets for it, but use the clock, and that opens. You access to the Alucard shield. If you remember early in the game, we started with the Alucard shield. This is the knockoff equipment. Gives you... Let's see, where is it? As you can see, it is not exactly strong. Shield doesn't give you any defense. And the armor is crap. But, equip all of it. Your name changes to Alucard, and as you can see, you get a major bonus to your luck. So it can be helpful for hunting items. I probably should have collected that before I collected my Muramasa, but yeah. Bit late now. Didn't think about it. We'll go with that. Okay. What else do I need to do? The mist form stuff down below. That's the spike breaker. I need mist form over by the library. And I apparently missed something over... Oh, that's the... I remember what that is. Yeah. Off to the library. So, let's make this quick. Where are my library cards? Should probably sort this mess. I think there's a way to. Isn't there a way? Oh, well. Found the library card anyways. Use it. Get that effect. And once it loads. All the way over in the library. Just gotta re-equip my sword once I can find it in this mess. I know there's a button to sort your inventory completely, but whatever. Takes you all the way to the shopkeeper.
What can I do for you?
I'm interested in this.
Like you.
Clean out my gems.
Like you.
I'm interested in this.
Let's see, can we buy anything more useful yet? No. Well, diamond plate. Stronger than what we've got, but not better than all the armor we've found. I do eventually want to buy the Joseph's cloak, but it's honestly not that much better than what we have now. So it'd be kind of pointless to waste the 30k on it until I really just do not need it. Oh, right. I need to actually go this way. Derp. That top one. No, it's this one. Might as well, since I'm here. Still ashamed to have to leave the music at the arena. I like that place. Just feed me, flea men, strengthen my sword. Me through. And that gets us the soul of the bat. Now we have access to flight. Whole bunch of content just opened. As you can see, I can now just fly around. There's a couple of abilities you can get for it. I think one of them at the very beginning of the game, if memory serves. And it's kind of important for unlocking stuff. Now, once you have this form of the bat, you can go to the end of the standard castle, but you can't actually unlock the inverted castle until you've done a few more things. Bastard didn't even manage to feed me. What's the strength of my sword so far? 26. No, still don't have any of the specials unlocked. Oh, I guess it just went up. I suppose this is kind of one of the better weapons for luck mode because it gets stronger and your base stats are so low on luck mode that it just kind of helps counterbalance your weak strength. Low strength. Weak strength doesn't really make sense mathematically, I guess. Yay. Drop the rapier too often to my memory. Might as well grab the extra and curse while I'm here. I think you can only hold 9 of most healing items. But, whatever. I suppose that's one way to avoid enemies. Teleporter's a ways up. Okay. Just take the elevator, I guess. Now, I need to go all the way back to the beginning, practically. And another section I have to hit is the middle right, kind of. That big, or that shaft you can drop down. that section I couldn't reach before. Now I can, now that I have flight. And there's something over there I need to hit. Gonna have to go get a drink soon. Throat's getting a little dry from rambling. I suppose I can also hit the Orlock's chambers since I'm here. All the way up. Mana Prism stores all your mana. Kinda self-explanatory. There aren't that many in the game, to my memory. Luck Potion would have been handy when I was farming for my Muramasa. Usually I don't hit this area until I've got the Spike Breaker, I don't think. Oh good, I got my knives back. Knives. Map, completely new section. A lot of the stuff around here requires flight to access, it's just... I don't feel like dealing with it at the moment. Full up, finally. Where does this take me? Boss fight, okay. Where are you, combat knife? Rapier's kinda crappy, to be honest. S-Stock is two-handed. Heck of a lot stronger than what I'm using, but... doesn't make me want to use it. Okay, where are you, combat knife? There you are. Now... hey, buddy. Olrox, the guy whose chamber we've been in. Okay, can't block them. Kind of like a really crappy Dracula. As you can see, my daggers don't do crap to him. Ow. That is a pretty big range. And touching his feet is annoying because it knocks you back. I think the crap dripping from his mouth is also poison-based, so it would technically actually heal me. If it is. Nice if my familiar would do something, but he doesn't really seem to want to. Probably should have used a weapon with longer range, but oh well. Let's see, what does that earn for us? I think I come over here after I got the Spike Breaker. Or I just come back afterwards? Nope, I come back afterwards. But this gets us an echo of that. You remember that dark room? You need that to get through it. Otherwise, you cannot see anything, and everything in there is covered in spikes, so kind of painful to go through. back. This is time to do a little more exploring in here. Dagger. So I'll unlock this shortcut. Break that, and this opens up. I need to quickly get back to the cathedral. Well, don't want to go there, so... yeah. Oh, one of those things. That's some knives. This fountain's a little interesting, or no, it's the other one. Or is it this one? Yeah, it is this one. If you notice, you can barely see it, but if you line up the sun behind it, a demon is projected over it. Moonlight, not sunlight. Durr. Ring to sell. It's closer and closer to the Joseph's Cape. Save point as well. I'm gonna go back out where the music is after this and go get a drink and something else. I'll be back in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Anyways, I will be right back. Hey, sorry about that. Where was I? Ah, yes. Thank you for your contribution to making my sword stronger. All the way back to the bottom. Okay. Next teleport, I guess I need to head to the bottom. Oh joy. Back into that mess. Nope. I do need to do some stuff over there, but not yet. That's where I need to go. A whole bunch of stuff to do down here. Because I can easily get to the area with that pit I mentioned after I finish off the other portion. Let's just die. Ow. I don't think anything down here bleeds. It's unfortunate. Yeah, this way. Do. Might as well. No, I just came from a save point. Derp. Nope. Don't get hit by that. Suppose it should be kind of obvious. This is a breakable wall. Now. Yes, this does have an element, since it can hurt those. At least that confirms that. I just don't know what the element is. As you can see, the Echo Bat makes you actually able to see in here. Do not touch the walls. You will regret it almost immediately. Ow. 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 That is why you do not hit the walls. Ow. And then, now we can see. Just let there be light. Be the appropriate comment for that. Might have to unequip my sword for a little while. Ow. Getting through that, we get a couple shurikens, some karma coins. I'm not dealing with you because you're just not worth it. Yep. Screw you both. All the way to the end, and we get the Spike Breaker. A little stronger than the Holy Mail, but as the name implies, it breaks spikes. Incredibly helpful, as it lets you get through certain areas that you couldn't otherwise. Yeah, I gotta unequip my sword, getting too low on health. Where's my combat knife? There you are. My shield. There it is. Definitely need better inventory sorting. Yeah, there's nothing over there. Can't wait until I get the Murmos strong enough to actually be useful. And now we have the Spike Breaker. Screw these things. One of, sadly, the most useful sets of armor in the entire game, simply because of this. Care, you can sit there. Yeah, we got one more thing to do down here. Burn once. This is the right way, right? Yep. And next room over. Okay, finally get my health back. Stupid spikes. Those things crippled me real quick. Definitely proves my point about what not to do in that room. Ow. Things. And I suppose they have to be percent-based damage if they're going to be any threat whatsoever throughout the entire game. I mean, they could go Mega Man style and just instantly kill you, but that'd be a bit much. And yep, just keep going up. Not where I need to go, I don't think. No, there's nothing really over there. Backtracking. Okay. That Holy Mail will still be useful for one particular fight, but other than that, it won't be going back on. I don't really care about the stuff behind the waterfall, because it's just a couple of mushrooms, so... Guess I should equip my sword since I can leech here. And because my health's back. Where are you? Or Yep. Not the room I need to be in. Next one over. Okay. Now, as I had mentioned, I need to go up here. It's gonna take a little bit. If you run out of mana somehow, just stop on one of those little posts and wait for it to regenerate. You need to go all the way to the top. Probably would have been quicker to go the other route and then just hop down and fly over here, but whatever. It's done, it's done. No, I do not want the clock. Damn thing. Claymore, another two-handed weapon. It's not bad, it's just, I don't care. Got my weapon for the game. Meal tickets. Now these are interesting. There aren't many in the game. I don't remember if enemies drop them. But they give you a random healing item. Not that one. Oh, 2 save points right next to each other, right? But the other one looked a little off. Welcome to Nightmare.
Mother!
That voice! Alucard, it's you!
I'm coming, Mother! I'll save you!
No, Alucard! Don't come here!
But, Mother!
It's all right. If my death can save others, I gladly surrender my life.
Mother, no! Please, no!
Yes, Alucard. Watch me die, and remember always my last words to you.
Yes, Mother.
You must despise humans. They are to be your prey.
What?
Better for them to die than to let them compound their sins. Begin by slaying that one over there.
No, it wasn't like this.
What's wrong? Alucard.
My mother never said such a thing.
What do you mean? Kill them and bring them happiness.
No, you're not my mother. What kind of demon are you?
Yep.
You broke free of my spell. I like that.
Demon, death is too good for you.
Come here, little boy, and show me what you've got.
Meet the succubus. Not exactly a hard fight. Just like all the other bosses in the standard castle. Just don't get hit by those. I don't remember if she has any other attacks. No, doesn't matter.
Darkling, I smell your blood. You're a vampire? Could it be... that strength, that beauty? You're the son of Lord Dracula.
Death in the dream world will set your soul wandering for eternity, demon.
Wait, I beg of you!
Friggin' death cry. Anyways, for completing that, you get the gold ring. And, right, I found the moonstone earlier. As long as it's nighttime, you'll get a bunch of stat bonuses, so I might as well be using that. But, wear clock. It's part of a set. Oh, nice, because of the attack boost, my sword is now at the 2nd level. Or is it the 3rd? I don't remember. Where it gets that little shock wave. The attack type doesn't depend on your particular level of the sword, just the attack strength that you have with it equipped. Let's see. How can I get there quickly? Might as well just go the normal route, because I can hit the clock on the way, hit that central section. Makes the hitbox a lot bigger, and hits multiple times, actually. In my opinion, this is one of the least overpowered versions of the sword wave type deal. Is on the katanas or the daggers, they get the same type effect. The Chrysogrim, that's all it is a shockwave when you swing. The reason the Chrysogrim is so broken, well, it hits 3 times, rapid succession. You can spam away like you would with a dagger, and it doesn't interrupt your movement. That is the main part of it, is not screwing with your movement. You just basically march on things, spamming away. Oh, and it's one-handed. I forgot that. So you can have 2 of them equipped, just walk around, spamming the buttons, and murder everything. It's kinda ridiculous. Sure, it's a pain in the butt to farm them, but that gets us the gravity boots, which means down, up, and jump, and you do a quote-unquote rock jump. There's a trick involving that and the librarian, but I'm not going to bother. You juggle him without letting him hit the ground from that little hole underneath him, and he'll drop a bunch of useful items. You can get armor, you can get a ring that makes rare items drop more often, yada yada. But, as I said, not really going to bother because it takes a lot of time and it's kind of annoying to do. Cathedral's the next stop. That section I skipped earlier that had the spikes. Yeah, now that we have the spike breaker, that's where we're headed. It ever gets rid of the backswing of Haramasa. I don't remember. Kind of unfortunate if it doesn't. I suppose I don't really need bat form anymore to fly around since I have rock jump. Richter, I think on Richter mode you have rock jump right from the start. Yeah, continue this way. I don't know if I'll be even getting the bat familiar just because it's pointless. I already explained exactly where it was, and the only time the bat familiar even comes into play, really, well, I guess I will get it since I'm here. Is when you're in bat form. Yeah. Let's see, it's level 0 experience, but bat familiar. It's not going to do anything since I'm in standard form. Go in bat form, and it will mimic one of the abilities your bat form has. I think is it wolf form that it just wanders off? Nope. But anyways, get my demon back out. And that nightmare was Alucard's mother being killed by humans in protest of her staying with Dracula or something like that. Yeah. Kinda screwed up to imitate that. It's kind of what succubuses do. They're trying to mess with your mind. Worst memory in your entire life, I guess. Let's see. Going the right way. Pretty sure the ability for bat form that the bat familiar will mimic is in the very first room of the game. Just have to fly up there and pick it up. Unless that's Long Mist. I don't remember if Long Mist is in the standard castle or inverted. Ow. Screw you, buddy. As I said, you can kill the stupid iron ball. It's just a pain. Miss anything up here? No, I didn't. I don't think so, at least. I'm pretty sure I came up here and got this. Yeah, I did. I probably just didn't go far enough to that side to mark that as having been in. Never die. This is not where I meant to go. Unfortunate. I'm always tempted to stay there because of the music. And yeah, over here. So as you can see, you need the spike breaker and the mist to get through there, because if you try and go through that without the spike breaker equipped, you'll hit the spikes the instant your mist form breaks and take damage. And basically you'll die in there.
So, did you find Richter?
I don't know if he's the one you're looking for, but I found a Belmont.
Really? So he is here.
But the one I saw was the enemy. He was the lord of this castle.
That can't be true. You're wrong. I must go now.
Alright. And for coming all the way over here, we get the silver ring. Let's comment. In tower. So if you combine it with the gold ring's description, wear in clock tower. Which is a little off. You don't actually need to wear it in the clock tower. Where you need to wear it is that central room with the giant clock. Oops, wrong one. Let's see. Quickest way to get down there. Quickest way would be the teleporter. Finally almost done with the standard castle. arrows. Continue along, yep. At least if nothing else, I'm getting more points towards my Merlin's level. Yeah, just teleport. It's almost done. Just with Castle 1. Finally. Is this the closest teleporter? Yes. Okay. Wish I could remember exactly where the sword familiar is. Now that I have flight accessible, etc., I could actually go collect it. I might just open up a map real quick and go pick him up. Just to be sure I can show where he is. Oh. There's a couple things about the sword familiar that make it a little different. One? Well, actually, there's only really one thing about it. Once you have it leveled up high enough, it becomes a weapon. The higher the level of the familiar, the stronger the weapon. Alright, there is two. And the spell I mentioned, which is a complete pain in the butt to cast. And I don't actually know what it does. Yeah. I'll equip both the rings. And this opens. Let's see, I had a Ring of Pails and the Moonstone. Couple max ups, nothing really special. What's actually important is down below. This area.
Alucard?
That voice, Maria?
I'm sorry. You were right. He has joined forces with the enemy.
So it was a Belmont after all.
But someone must be controlling him. Whatever we do, we can't harm Richter.
But he must be stopped.
I know. Well, here. Take these with you.
What are these?
If you wear these, you can see beyond evil illusions.
Thank you. 'Tis best then if you pray for the soul of your friend.
Okay, now, by getting these, we have access to, I think, the worst ending. You can see they're not as good as the circlet for intelligence purposes. And also, this room looks a little suspect, right? That'll be more important later. Is that a pro map? Yeah, but I don't really care. All of this section looks a little off. Okay. Now we just have to go back upstairs. Come on. Okay, now before we head to the inverted castle, I'm going to find out where the sword familiar is in particular and go and collect it. This location. Is he on the map? That's where it is. Okay, that'll take me a few minutes, but I can go get him. So at least I can show off where he is. Don't like having to look at a map or anything like that, but I'd rather get him or look at a map and still get the thing, even though I'm not going to use it, than completely miss it. I always forget where this damn thing is anyways. Probably because I don't use it. I went the long route. Damn it. My impact just cuts out for a few moments every once in a while. I wonder why it's doing that. Whatever. Guess I should just be glad that the audio quality is good. Because some emulator setups can really screw with the music in this, and it's quite unfortunate. The gamepad cuts out every once in a while. It's probably my wireless receiver freaking out. Yeah. Continuing on. Come on, open up. Gotta wait for this door to open. Or pillar, whatever. Probably why I just wandered off last time, as it wasn't open. Come on. Open up. There's an audio pop with the Ramas's sound. That's unfortunate. It's not going to be bug-free, but I'd rather have music quality than this be completely perfect. Come on. Open up, damn you. There we go. No, I'm not falling back down. Was it right here, or was it a different room? Double check my map. That's where it is, okay. Gotta go a bit further. I know you can teleport through them using the transformation frames, but only certain enemies when they're thin enough or they're moving through you fast enough does it work on. Heck of a lot faster than going up in bat form. Was it below this room, or is it on the room? Oh, for the love, it's the room below. As you saw, that stuff falling off for there. Kind of a hard to find secret, but that gets you the sword card, and thus the sword familiar. As you can see. Now, he's not much at the start, kind of unaggressive, etc., but he does become highly aggressive later. So, you know what? Let's use a sword familiar for this run. Why not? I don't normally. And I guess I missed some stuff way up there, apparently. The upper right corner. Might as well go tag it. Probably nothing important, but whatever. And yes, he comes with weird audio clips. down. And the other area that I needed to hit is somewhat near where I'm intending to go, so no real complaints there. Nope, not there. I could go hit the beginning and get whatever the heck is over there, but I just honestly don't give a damn. Wasn't going for 100% anyways. Sword bullets. So done with those things. A lot more aggressive than I remember him being in the beginning. Fire a bat. That's the ability the bat familiar will mimic. As long as you're in bat form and you use that ability and you have the familiar out, it will cast it as well. Stupid things. All I really do is make it hard to get around. But actually, what was that? Felt hat. Didn't recognize the item, so I figured I'd go grab it. Okay. At least if nothing else, my sword familiar is getting experience as I run around. Now these, I don't remember. Yeah, I can break them. I don't remember if I could break those or not with a spike breaker, because there are some spikes you cannot break with it. Screw this room. So much screw this room. Didn't mean to throw 3 daggers, but whatever. Just didn't remember if I checked all the hidden areas in here. So there's a couple, I think. There's one more familiar. One more that I can remember. And I don't think you can get it until the inverted castle. I don't remember. I just remember it sucking. Unless it's up here somewhere. I should use that one just to see what it actually does. And you level it up really well. Meh. It's kind of unfortunate that there's not more familiars. Because they're an interesting little part of the game. It's just... I probably ran out of ideas for them. Ow. Is this where he is? Yeah, I know there's some health ups and such in here. This might be where it is. Yeah, ghost card. That's the last familiar that I remember, at least. This floating skull latches onto things and hurts them every once in a while. Kind of... eh. Remember that switch I hit, or opened up as Richter? Leads you up here. It was pointless with him because it contains a bunch of items that he can't actually use. But as Alucard, they're quite valuable. Just a whole bunch of healing items, and then resists, and platinum mail. Nothing super useful, but the healing items are nice. This, I don't really care for the cross. It's real powerful offensively, but it also chews through a whole bunch of hearts at once. Okay. No. Holy Sword. There's a reason for that. You want either the Holy Rod or the Holy Sword for what's coming up. Is the Holy Rod stronger or weaker? Weaker. Okay. And you want the Holy Mail. Might have to turn off my familiar.
I've been waiting for you.
Answer me. Why is a Belmont planning the resurrection of Count Dracula?
Count Dracula rises but once every century, and my role is over. If I can resurrect him, then the battle will last for eternity.
If those are your true feelings, then so be it.
Okay, gonna turn off my sword card for this. Now, that green orb that you see floating around is what you actually want to hit. That doesn't appear until you have the holy glasses on. Now, to get the worst ending, beat on Richter with the holy glasses.
Defeated me, but all is not yet lost. The resurrection of Count Dracula is at hand.
And by breaking that orb, this happens. Back when I first played through it, this was kind of a what the hell. Yep, another copy of the castle, upside down, floating in the sky above. Welcome to the inverted castle.
No. What have I done?
Thank you, Alucard, for saving Richter.
Alucard? The same Alucard who fought alongside my ancestor, Trevor Belmont? That was over 300 years ago.
No time for small talk. Is the person who controlled you in that castle over there?
Yes, I think so.
Maria, take Richter and leave here. I'll finish this.
All right. Good luck.
The reason for the Holy Mail and the Holy Sword, all of Richter's attacks are Holy Elemented, so they'll do crap all damage with the Holy Mail equipped. With the Holy Sword, you can only hit him for 1 damage. If you can hurt him. I don't remember if he's immune or just takes 1 damage. But, yeah. It's just basically to prevent the crap ending. Anyways, equip my sword. Yeah, felt hat kind of sucks. Might as well just use the steel helm for now. Poison damage is kind of uncommon. And yeah, everything is now upside down. I don't remember if this is open automatically if you didn't open it on the normal version. It's kind of your prize for finding this. Royal Cloak, more health and heart max ups. Seems like a lot. It's not in the inverted castle. Your health will get rinsed out pretty quick. Ah, this is stronger. Won't have the cool flickering effect anymore, but we need the extra defense, even if it's only a little bit. Kind of disappointed that they used the Crystal Cloak so early in the game, because I actually like how that looks. This room had the health ups and such in it. Or the health up and the heart up and the ghost card. Now it's just some resists and a high potion. High potion's useful at least. If anything looked slightly off in the standard castle, that's because there's the inverted version and it had to work. You get a library card, which is your easy way out, and yeah. I think that's gonna about do it for the night. Enjoying the game, but then again, I've enjoyed it every time I've played through it. I've played through this game quite a bit. See, what level is my sword up to? Only level 2. Yeah, I didn't use them very long yet. Anyways, I cut it off here. I'll try and finish up the game tomorrow and then decide what I'll stream next after that. So yeah. Thanks for people that stopped by and hung out through the stream, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.